Local hangout spot where all is welcome. It's your man Sam Cool here where I talk about it all. Breaking events, pop culture, sports, movies, etc. Nothing's off limits. Untamed and unfiltered, where life experiences and tangents are welcome. Pull up your seat. It's the curb. Yes, pull up your own seat. Cause I ain't providing the seat for this ass whooping. Like I said, anybody can get it on spades. You can get it in poker, tunk, speed. I declare war. Any of them games y'all feel like y'all can win in. I don't have faith in y'all game. Challenge me. Pull up your own seat for this ass whooping. Just get it in. But yeah, man, I'm happy y'all here. Been a little second before I posted it up a little bit. Stuff been flying by. Making a little bit of moves. But, I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. So you ain't got to worry about that. We bringing it in. But, a lot has transpired amongst the time I dropped my last little show and episode for it. But, yeah. Only if you knew. If you knew this. I'm pretty sure y'all know. Y'all been watching the news. But it's been crazy out there. But, we're gonna get to that. Man. How y'all been? Just thank y'all for tuning in. You know where you can find me at. You can find me at all the podcast sites. You can also hit me up on my Twitter. My Twitter at the curb __. You can comment, send me a little DMs about whatever questions you have, or just what you want to hear. If you want me to reiterate something, because my ignorance. Ignorance is bliss, but I see it as learning. I like to learn stuff sometimes. So correct me if I ain't factual. I don't try to be factual because this is a hangout spot where you can shoot your shit and just chill, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no holds barred, man. Just be you, be yourself. That's what I'm doing. I'm being me, being myself, goddammit. But you can also email me at thecurve1616 @gmail.com. We chilling at. But yeah, man, people wildin', man. People crazy, man. Just running throughout the day. A few days ago, man. Just people be crazy. Just people funny, man. It's just so funny that how people be acting like, it don't. Some things don't even be people shit. It is what it is. So this one guy just coming up in here barking at me like, calm down, man. Calm down. Everything's okay. Like, chill. I'm looking at what he having a problem with. It's literally nothing. Literally nothing. He just wanted to hear himself talk. And I just don't understand these kind of people. Like, people, just live and let be. People live and let be. But it's funny because what is the universal issue when a car breaks down? I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds to think about it. You only get one guess. It's like the end of Wheel of Fortune, and you got that big prize on the line. You open that envelope, you get your little vowels out, and you only can get one guess before it's a wrap. What you think it is? For the universal problem when a car breaks down. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. Do 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 do. Well, if you didn't get it right or you ain't figure it out, plus I think I gave y'all more than 5 seconds. Yeah, that was a little bit over 5 seconds. So I gave you extra time for this answer. But normally the universal problem for when a car breaks down is the battery dead. Nope, not running out of gas. On the contrary, a lot of people still be having gas. There are problems, with gas. People just driving don't have gas. But it's mainly a battery issue that people are like, oh, my battery dead, can't start it up or whatnot. Mind you, this guy's in the middle holding up traffic in the middle of town when people getting off for work, right? So I'm driving home, getting off of work, This guy in the middle of traffic has somebody else. We all going one way. You can't go any other way. This guy has turned around in the middle of the damn street, trying to jump this guy. And this guy, I'm like, so you holding up traffic to get jumped, and I guarantee it ain't your battery. But everybody assume it's the battery issue. No, man, your car probably had an electrical function. You probably ran out of oil on that bit. Your tire might even be flat. But you still gonna ask somebody for jumper cables and you clearly got a flat tire. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. But you know what, though? I give it to the guy who literally turned around and faced the opposite way of oncoming traffic just to help this fella out, man. We need more people out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the universal thing, the issue people call that. I'm just like, damn. But you know, but at least he good. At least he's had good intentions, man. At least his intentions were good. I mean, but you know, you got people honking the horn, cussing his ass out, you know. I mean, it wasn't me, but you know, hey, everybody trying to get home. So, but that being noted, man, just people being, you know, funny out here in these streets, man. I hope y'all been keeping up on the political joint as well. Mind you, this thing it's still early, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of people got a lot of things to say, but some people ain't really listening to what's going on out there. So, you know, stay engaged in your political, in your whatever you interested in, whatever you like to do. Stay engaged. You may not even like that side, but just have an open mind and hit the other side out, because they might be saying something that might be beneficial to you. But even though we know, partially know that nothing in our votes technically, let me put the quotations, our votes might not matter depending on how it is, because you know the popularity never wins. There's always the electoral vote. So yeah, we can vote all as much as we want to, but if the electoral colleges don't add up to it, man, it matters, but then again, does it really matter? Y'all let me know. I mean, I believe you can make more change on the state level than the actual federal level of voting. But, hey, who am I? I don't know much. But, yeah, man. Sheesh. It's just a lot of this. I'm just thinking about all the stuff that's been happening as of late, as far as the tragedies that have been out there, man. People are wilding, man. You know, just speaking of the universe, you know, we live... Anything that's in this earth that's under the stars. I mean, let me rephrase this. Have y'all really looked up at the night, in the night sky? You could be high. You could just be chilling. Whatever you do, just do it. Whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever you doing, and you just happen to be looking up, man. Did you ever wonder, like, damn, we are somewhere. This universe out here is large, expansive, anywhere beyond the clouds. This universe, anywhere beyond this earth, is a universe in itself. So I was just thinking, you know, I just had a little thought, like, it's crazy because we are in a universe. Let me fix my hair. Yes, I am a lucky rooster. I'm a lucky rooster. You know what that rooster, you know what another word for rooster is? You figure it out, you comment, you tell me, you email me, you tell me. I'm not gonna say it. God damn, it ain't explicit here. I'm not gonna do suggestive language. Hey, it is what it is. Nah, but you know, I've been thinking about this stuff, because it goes around to people in general, but I do believe we are in a diverse time, more diverse than we ever been as people, you know what I'm saying? Just, you can look to your left, you can look to your right, you can look behind you. You're not really going to see the same walk of life. You're going to see different walks of life wherever you go, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It's really, you know what I'm saying? It's really different out there. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you used to do that. I'm glad my folks put me in different places where I got a lot of culture. I ain't necessarily from no hood area, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I grew up in a little community area where, you know, it was just black folks. When I was young, I had took the bus, went to a school where it was just, you know, it was a lot of different kids. And then when I was still young, I went to all black school, you know what I'm saying? Get my lesson, be around the same culture, be around the same people that was like me. And then eventually we moved, and then, you know, began to build a little bit more culture after I understood myself and where I was growing up and how I was as a young lad, as a young jit, as a jitterbug. Do we still say jit? Do we still say you jitterbug and shit? Let me know, man. I don't know. I don't say jit no more, man. I be calling young and you know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody put little or young in front of their name, so I mean, whatever. Whatever, you know, I mean. But if we still use jit, let me know, man. I don't know. That was a good phrase, word to call out young folk. Hey, jit. Hey, jit. It was kind of disrespectful, though. That shit was disrespectful. You little jitterbug ass. What? Hey, that is disrespectful. That mean you little. And you call a grown man jit, that mean you little. Hey, jit. Oh, yeah. That's disrespectful. Watch how you talk to people, man. That little jit might run up on you. But nah, man, you know, we as people, we out here, man. We a lot of different people, a lot of diversity in this world, man. So I'm just thinking. This is a while ago. It was a while ago when I was, you know, like I said, pro marijuana, legalized it, recreational, medical, all that. You know, I was in my little, you know, just my roster boy fan. I still am, you know. Hey, I'm still in my journey, but you know, not all rosters have locks. But you know, hey, again, don't hit me talking about I'm culture appropriating and all that stuff like that. It's just kind of like a belief in the way you like to follow. I like to follow some of their guidelines, you know, just like you follow some. I feel like they have some good things you can understand from. But that's not here though. But anyway, you know my Bob Marley status, you know. Live, love life, you know what I'm saying? So I was out there just thinking. And I kind of, you know what I'm saying, compiled onto it. You know, the universe, you know, that we technically live in, is this whole universe that was created. So we on this world, we are under this branch umbrella of universe, where it's just a whole bunch of diversity and stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna start off, I guess let me start on the micro level. Start on the micro level for it. When you go to school, because there's a lot of different people, I'm gonna bring it up, I'm gonna bring it around to you. But there's a lot of schools, and we brought up in school. And what's the main thing where you see the most diversity at? Is when you get out of high school and you go to a college. More than likely, a college is a university or a state college, but mainly it's a university. And the university has many. Hey, and by the way, plug. I'm not under the influence of any substance. I'm not high. Don't judge me. I don't judge you. I don't care what you do. But nah. Talk about those goddamn roasted me for nothing. But yeah, nah, when you go to a university, you amongst diverse and different life. You know what I'm saying? You know, it might be an alien. We don't know. We might be walking around aliens, whatever the case may be. But we are around. It's called university. You know what I'm saying? It's university, and if you think about it in a broad span, we're in a universe. A universe contains diverse life forms, diverse life in this earth. So this earth is of the universe, and the earth is like pretty much a college for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Nate is a college for all of us, all diverse people and diverse life forms. So the earth is technically, if you think about it, the university of earth, the university of terror. University of the planet. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the universe because it collects so many different life forms, so many diverse people and diverse walks of life around. So technically, I'm looking at it like this: the Earth is universe, and before we became even in the same thing now, because some things are being invented. Things have been invented back in the past, been passed down and taught to, generation. Think about this. Again, Earth is a university, right? But in order to expand to expand your thoughts and knowledge amongst the earth, you have to go through kindergarten to 12th grade, right? Well, who is the teacher before you enter in the real life? You know what I'm saying? Because when you in school, Nate, think about it. Just put your think cap on, man. We just vibing here. We just vibing. Hey, man, ain't serious talk. We just talking, man. I'm just talking right now. Just had this thought, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's just hear me out. Let me get this off. Shit. But to think about it, like we have to go through kindergarten to 12th grade before we actually enter the university of a college where we can use what we learned inside the class. Even though that's a whole nother subject. Even though that's a curriculum in its own where it should have been changed by now, but that's neither here nor there. But in the class setting, we learn at that age before we go out to the university, and to kind of branch off what our knowledge is, and to be able to create new knowledge and new things by communicating with a broader band of people around us versus our narrow teaching. You know what I'm saying? Not narrow teaching, but in our secluded areas of learning. You know what I'm saying? In our secluded areas of learning institutions at a younger age before we branch off and really meet diverse people in this world that shares the same knowledge and trying to create something new for whatever the case for the future. Just compound what we learned and pick it back off that to create new things or whatever. Just to spread the knowledge that we learned in our own institutions and spread it out that people may not know of. Think of this. How did our past people go to class, go to school? What would you think, like the people who did philosophy, who did learning, building and stuff like that? You had to learn this from somewhere. Nature equals the classroom, the learning institution in itself. Under the university, before you really can expand out and go to other lands and other places first, when you was younger, you stayed within your own community, you stayed within your own institution of learning in that area, but you also was being taught by nature. Like we as a people kind of got away from learning because we have controlled ways we can learn, like online. We can pop in the VHS, you know what I'm saying? VHS, old school like that. Now that, hey, y'all just don't know about that. Popping the VHS, DVD, whatever, slap in the vinyl, whatever, but we learning. And, from that point on, that which we learned, we expanded off of that. But nature is actually the damn teacher of old, you know what I'm saying? Teacher of, now, hey, just work with me here. Listen to it. I'm putting y'all on some philosophical game right now. But nature is a teacher from kindergarten through 12th grade, if you think about it. And then in order to expand that out to different lands and stuff of what you learned and what you have created in your own community, to be able to share that with other people, you had to graduate from your own community, what you learned and what nature taught you as a young buck to a young adult to an adult, before you was able to travel along and spread your knowledge to other people, and they do the same. So in this so-called universe that we live in, not even so-called, what this universe that we live in the university of Earth is what we all under. We're able to spread our knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Technology made that even easier to do Wi-Fi and all that stuff. But yeah, man, I was just thinking about that. We all are different people in essence, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we still should respect people even though they're not the same, because you never know who you may be able to learn from in this day and age, you know what I'm saying? Because we all technically are still in this school of life, if you want me to say, this university of life we all still are in, of diverse people, man. So that being said, you see how speaking of the universe, I'm in class. Class is in session right now, damn it. Class is in session right now. But it's just that, man. Once we learn all we could, even specified on what we know, man, just the knowledge that we can learn from nature, not only from institutions, from nature itself. We can help build and spread that thing, man, But that's just me. That was just me going off the top of the head about nature and being in the universe of diverse people. Cause you always treat people with respect. You never know what they did or what they come from or whatever. Nah, if they disrespect you, you got a couple of choices. But man, most time you just supposed to give people understanding and try to learn from them, man. Cause you never know what the case might be. But yeah, that's just my thought on just stuff and being in the universe and how you can understand a lot of different things and learn a lot more if you not only open up your mind to the learning institutions but to nature itself. Because nature itself is actually a class, you know what I'm saying? Actually courses you could take. But yeah, man, I just, hey, I did that thing. I bet you followed it. If you got questions, you can hit me up. If you think you have the answers of a philosophical world that we in, you have answers, then you get me go ahead and do it. But speaking on that though, I need to do my research. But is that Area 51, Russian Area 51 still on? Because Cause they really want to find aliens, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. In my earlier days, from 18 to technically that whole span of time, man, I was always into like the trauma ER. When I was young, I was always into trauma ER. Listen to that, looking at that bloody stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the Dateline, unsolved mysteries, beyond belief. I've always been into that supernatural, the crime, the criminology aspect of things, the unsolved mysteries, the blood and guts, so just surgery and stuff. I don't know why, but I really became into. I was never really good at the number side of science. Like I wasn't really good at the chemistry or the physics or the biology part of science like that. I was always in the integrated. So we talked about some of all of it, but never specified in technically one science type of deal. But I love science, even though I was more of a history kind of person, geography kind of person, you know what I'm saying, English and writing. That was more of my strong suit. Math, science, I liked it, but we didn't have enough of it. We just learning about, learning about stuff we really wasn't gonna try. I'd rather be hands on with the thing. But you know what I'm saying, but I used to be big into the universe and how the universe works and aliens and stuff like that. So in this university Earth we live in, I find it highly funny that people have made a group about attacking or rushing Area 51 to find alien life or to see if aliens exist. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the space stuff, but as of lately, the past few years, man, it's been getting sketchy, man. You know what? I don't really believe all them numbers that they be throwing out there, because guess what, man? They've been throwing out these numbers since been, and throwing out more numbers since been, and technically all these numbers that they throwing out, Gonna keep expanding on and gonna keep personally, we gonna be dead by the time they talking about we finding life and this, that, and the third, man. I can look up at a star and be like, hey, man, I think that star have liquid nitrogen on it. I think that star carrying diamonds. Oh, that's a moon of that star. Because technically, man, we don't see no real pictures of these planets and whatever. But that's not, you know what? That's another episode. I'm going to say that for another one because I can go deep into my little soapbox of that. That's a rabbit hole, a whole different can right there. But yeah, nonetheless, goddamn storming Area 51. How about the person that created that thing was just doing it as a joke, but people taking that shit serious. And I'm very intrigued if they are going to do it, or if they have done it already. I wonder how far they're going to get. I don't think they're going to get far at all. It's just, I watched a couple of Area 51s and a couple of things, like, it's too much. It's too much. I watched the Bob Lazar interviews and stuff like that. You're not going to get in there. You're not going to get near the base at all, the storm. I don't care how many people it is. They just going to shoot y'all down or bomb the shit. So, what y'all going to do? But if y'all have, let me know, man. I just see a lot of videos of people running like Naruto and all that stuff. Let me tell you, by the way, that little run that Naruto be doing, they said in ancient Africa, people used to run like that. That's the fastest. That's the fastest way and the most natural way and energy efficient way to run, actually. So they saying that it actually is the proper way to run. Hey, you mean it's not built to me? It's not built for speed, but they said it's the most natural and more efficient way to run because it's not built for speed. They were saying back then, now, because if you chasing animals and you chasing your own food, you have to be able to sustain a level of energy of running, and you have to sustain a constant level of output of running efficiently to not be tired, to have stamina to stay with these damn animals and these food that they're hunting. And they said, you look at they said that's the man. Oh, excuse me. Whew. They said that's the best way to run, but but yeah, man. I'm just thinking, man. You know. Again, I never ran like that, but I did hear that was the best way to run for being more efficient, energy efficient, for the output to stand with the food, your kill, the food or whatever, your prey that you're hunting. Because animals are fast as shit. I don't know if you know, but animals are fast. And if you use all your energy in that first quarter, maybe even half a mile, or you know what I'm saying, trying to keep up, you lost and you ain't gonna make it, because them boys be zooming when they be doing all that. It may not be efficient for juke moves, but they said it's efficient for running up hills and stuff like that, to keep, you know what I'm saying, to keep you lean in and leverage, you know. So, but yeah, man, I just thought that was pretty damn funny that they gonna have them folks running like they gonna run and storm this stuff, man. The military would shoot your ass if you crossed a certain point of that line. And you know what, man? I really think, I believe in I hate saying believe. Because if you think about words being swords that can really kill more than the physical can, you really wouldn't say believe, because you got to look at believe at this core. What's the core word in believe? Lie. So you be lie, whatever you saying. So you know what I'm saying? I just try to look more into it. So I'm trying to control what I say. A lot of these things what I say, because mainly if you know how people get put away, it ain't about the actual physical substantial evidence you may have. It's about circumstantial and wordplay That's all it is. Wordplay and what is written and how you saying things. So yes, you need to watch what you're saying and how you're saying it. You need to know and have control over the English language. I'm ignorant, so I don't have complete control over it, but I at least try to make an effort now. So shoot me down if you want, goddammit. I don't care. I don't care. But at least I'm making an effort, attempting to. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, yeah, I think in the past we did have some kind of stuff there. You know, they were doing some testing, nuclear testing, because that's out of nowhere. Ain't nobody around that shit. My time, you might hear a rumble or something, maybe in the far depths or something, but you would probably pass it off as gas. Man, you farted, man. That was a deep fart. Or no, man, you old man. You know, nobody ain't gonna pay no attention. They out there in the middle of nowhere where it's hot as shit in the daytime and cold as hell at night. I mean, I know shit can be hot, but I ain't know hell can be cold. I guess it can be so hot that it's cold because it burns. Because you know if you get like frostburn, you know, frost, you know what I'm saying, get frostbite, or something so cold when you finally get in that heat, or you warming it up, it's burning, you know what I'm saying? I guess it makes sense. Again, who am I? It's just my, hey, it's me, goddammit. I don't give a damn. It's me. Part of my language. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, I think it was some things back there, back in the day. But now I don't think it's nothing there. I think they moved all that stuff just because of, you know, the years of rumors that they've been there, like decades of rumors that they've been there. I think they just keep up the facade like it's something else, so they protecting like they protecting, but they probably the same thing over there. They're just working on some kind of something. They working on some military or something, but I don't think it's like holding any alien thing. I think they moved that somewhere else. Somewhere else, because we ain't talking. No, they ain't talking about this area over here. So we gonna move it at the depths of night or fly whatever. So good luck raiding it. But I do think there's other life forms besides us, which really makes it kind of crazy that we are in this universe. But the side note, and a nice little segue again, man, a lot of this crazy stuff been happening as of late. And I was talking about the politics earlier. You really want to stay wrapped in, you don't want to stay in it, but you want to at least be aware of what the politics are going on now, because you know elections coming up, whatever, next year. So I'm trying to be more informed and more focused on what they're talking about and what they're learning, how it can affect me, because it's pretty much the stuff that's affecting us already been in play. It ain't what we doing now. It's what we doing now that's going to affect the future. And I don't know if y'all know, I'm recording this on the 13th. What it is, yeah, on the Tuesday. But last week and the week before, there was mass shootings. You know what I'm saying? Like mass shootings going on. It's almost random, man. We had like 4 mass shootings. And it was just random, and now they're talking about gun control and taking guns and gun laws and stuff like that. So it's stuff you really want to be informed on, because this world is wild. I don't want to say crazy, because you know I don't like the stigma of crazy. You know, I've been called crazy a lot of times, but now I'm not necessarily crazy. They call Einstein crazy, but he turned out to be a genius. I believe I'm a genius in my own right. I do a little creating here and there, but you know, I can't share that with y'all. Y'all don't need to know everything, okay? No. But if we want to bounce ideas here and there, we can do that. But you know, I can't share what I already have put out there, because it's still out there working in the works. You know what I'm saying? If you smell what cool is grilling. Shout out to The Rock. You know, I use some of your parts, but I ain't use it all, so there ain't no copyright on that shit. But yeah, man, man, we just want to be aware because there's a lot of mass shootings out there, and I'm a proud Second Amendment kind of guy. You know, I got mines. You know what I'm saying? I follow the law. You know, I have my privileged right. You know, technically, Second Amendment was a right, should be a right, but it's a privilege because you have to go through all these processes in order to be able to carry a concealed weapon and thus and this, that, and the fourth. But that's a whole nother chapter in the book that we could talk about later on, you know, when time come through on that thing. But yeah, the reason I call it a privilege, well, might as well talk about it a little bit. The reason I call it a privilege because nowadays you have to go through a whole process just to be able to carry, which is a good process. Now, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't go through this process. Literally, there's mass shootings that people have been able to bypass the process, even be in the process and not be flagged for issues that we may not know they had. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that process is good now, because that law, that amendment was not law. Excuse me. That amendment was written back in the days of the founders of this. You know, the people who stole the land, the immigrants who came across the pond, who seized the land from the actual natives of the land, wrote the amendment. I mean, yeah. That being said, again, they wrote that law in the saying that people can bear arms, you know, in essence of it was actual right, just because of how the times it was going on back then, you know what I'm saying? So at that time, you know, people actually had, I think that people had a little more sense of carrying a gun. They actually slapped you and slap, I want to duel you. You know, they called them out the right way. One of my favorite cowboy movies, God dog it. How I go forget the name of the dang movie, man. Oh man. I gotta figure out, I gotta find out. But I mean, I watched it about 3-4 months ago. But I've been watched it before. I can't remember the name, but it was one of my favorite ones because people actually, you know what I'm saying, didn't just go off of the handle. Well, people did go off on the handle. You had outlaws. So I guess you can say that, but you know what I'm saying, even the outlaws understood some of the, you know, parameters of just having to carry, you know, being able to carry your weapon, which, you know what I'm saying, they ain't just go around shooting all the time. They're mainly robbing. But then again, I didn't live in that time, but you know, but yeah, you know, just how people was able just to open carry, and if they had an issue with somebody, they actually handle it in a duel, or whatever, you know, in sensible ways. But as time progressed, that law, I keep calling it law. Forgive me for my ignorance. I'm ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going off strictly my opinion on it, not necessary facts. But you know, I speak with conviction. So it might be facts, but some of it might not be factual, you know. You know, some of the stuff I'm saying is fiction, some of it is non-fiction. You just gotta roll with it, cause this is what we do. I'm just talking shit. This is the curve, man. Y'all pulled up a seat. Y'all already knew what it was. Shoot. Nah, man, but you know, that being said, it moved from a right to a privilege over time, just due to certain stances and how America was moving. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, I do believe there should be, you know, processes in place to prevent, to help curb some of this stuff, that we're doing nowadays. Because a lot of things going wild. You know, man, that's just crazy how many things back to back. You know, I'm like, God, dog, got people just wilding out here for no reason. And you know what though, I would say this: for as many people that's carrying, I'm quite surprised. I'm quite surprised that, and y'all can help me out. I want some of y'all answers. I want some of y'all thoughts about this. I'm quite surprised that these, I guess these are the questions for my people who actually carry, who actually have the amendment, the Second Amendment going on, and who actually carry or owner of a gun. What would you do in the situation of you have your carried on you're carrying your weapon, whatever it may be, as long as you're legally carrying it at this point in time. Because if you're not legally carrying it and you open fire, no matter what you do, it's a wrap. But if you legally carrying a weapon and you have this person out the blue going on a shooting rampage, what do you do? What would you do? Would you attempt to shoot this person? Or would you run like the rest? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of confused. I'm not confused. I'm just thinking to myself, this person is threatening your life. You have a life or death. This person threatening your life with life and death because he's just shooting randomly, shooting in the air. What would you do? Would you protect yourself or would you run? I mean, there's a fight and flight. Excuse me. A fight and flight response. Everybody has that. Everybody has that. Not denying. If somebody come out there just busting, you need to look for cover first. But at that point, that time, that once you find cover, or at that point in time, I'm wondering, was there any? I'm asking y'all what to do. You already know what y'all need to do. Just hit me up, shoot a comment or email with discussing this situation right here. What would you do in that situation? Would you run? Would you fire back? Would you know what I'm saying? How would you act? Or how would you think you would act in that situation? I would like to think that I would act in this manner. If I'm have my carries with me, and I'm carrying on my persons, and somebody going wild and out, just, once I get to safety, or once I'm behind a safe barrier, I would like to think I would fire back. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, if I got a clean get up on this guy, I'm firing back, I would like to think. Because this is just my reasoning. This is not saying that I would ever do. If I ever in that situation, it's not saying that I would do this, but I would like to think I would do this. Because I'm going to tell y'all another reason why I think it's taboo to do so. But this is my reason that I think I would do this. Because, first of all, this guy is threatening my life. I want to live, you know what I'm saying? I want to live. I love this life I'm living or whatever. I'm sure, everybody who has been in a mass shooting feels the same way. And my condolences to all the families out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm not overlooking that. I want y'all to have justice and I want y'all to have peace, for y'all loved ones that was in these kind of events. But I would like to think, however, because it's a however situation, but however, I would like to think that if I'm in that situation, because this person is threatening my life, shooting at me, I'm probably surrounded with my loved ones or my family. So my family is also at danger. Not only me, but my family also at danger. And not only my family and me in danger, the civilians and the other people who's not doing anything, who's innocent, are in danger. And if you have that ability in the line of sight to take down an armed person, would you attempt to? Again, I'll say I would like to think that I would. Not saying that I would, because I don't know, and I'm not in that situation. Or I wasn't in that situation. Lord, knock on wood. Just hopefully everybody had a peace around me. But I would just like to think in that situation, I want to know what y'all would do. Men, women are alike, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up, let me know. But and why I said hold on off on it, because it's taboo, because there have been situations that I've seen in the news and heard from news, you know what I'm saying? Just from news and read in the little articles online. It was one incident where this guy came in with a trench coat. He was butt ass naked. How you hold an AK when you butt ass naked in a trench coat? I didn't think trench coats had slots to hold an AK, but this guy had an AK in there. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen this because this was on the news, and he was, you know, he had praise for a while, but he jumped in the bathroom when it happened. He was in the bathroom, and when the time came, he tackled the guy with the AK, wrestled the gun away, and the dude ended up running out the store or whatever. This guy was completely unarmed, and he pretty much wrestled the gun away and saved countless lives in that. I think it was a Denny's or something like that at the time, or it was some kind of restaurant. You know, I ain't plugging Denny's, but Denny's used to be the little hangout spot. You know what I'm saying? Get me a moon over my hammy. You know, an extra side of hash browns and a glass of orange juice. Ooh! Make it large because you don't get refills on that orange juice. Ooh! Nah, man, but you know, he ended up saving countless lives at the restaurant or whatnot. Well, there was also another incident. It was a while back. I can't quite remember, but there was some guy at the club who had a pistol out, and he was shooting the pistol. Well, one of the security guards, I guess, had his gun on him. He ended up shooting the guy who had the pistol, who was shooting up and threatening everybody. He shot the guy who had the pistol. But when police arrived, even when the people was telling him, again, I forget the actual source, but I definitely remember it happening. The people at the club and the surrounding people was telling the police that this guy is innocent. He saved people. They still ended up killing that security guard because he had a gun on him and he was trying to actually save people's lives. So that's the taboo situation of it. Yes, he was a black guy. He was an armed black guy. So it's kind of like you know, that situation with the police and black men. No, hey, black women as well. It's not discriminating against the women as well, but it is a lot more being seen of black men being killed. So not to say that women are absolved from any of that situation. They are completely being at a disproportionate rate as African or as black and brown women as well. So I'm gonna put y'all in there, you know what I'm saying? Equality. No, I'm just saying, but I'm being serious though. At the real point of the situation, yeah, he ended up getting shot, and I'm not sure, but I believe he died as well because they ended up shooting him because he had the gun and he was saving other people from the actual person who had the gun there. So it's just like, it's taboo for these situations because at the end of the day, you would like to think you would protect yourself and your family at any cause. And I was just thinking, like, out of all the people who carry weapons or who have or conceals carries, and they might not, and I'm just thinking, like, they're not in this situation. There's nobody in this situation that has a carry on them when they're happening. And I don't know. I find it very heroic for the people who do step up to that situation and who try to save not only themselves but their loved ones and others around them, because you know it's crazy. You know, it's crazy out there. It just how again, I'm not talking about people when I'm using this in crazy in this sense, but it's crazy out there how things can go from being good to completely, you know what I'm saying? So, hey man, just pay attention to what they're talking about in politics, because I find this very interesting. I think yesterday I came across another article and I seen in the news that there was a mass killing in Australia with this guy who had a knife. He went around stabbing people. I don't forget how many he stabbed, but he was stabbing people like multiple times with a long blade. And I was like, oh no. But the civilians actually came to aid to catch this guy. Like this guy literally was walking around stabbing people. I think they say he had he broke out from a mental institution. But still, granted or not, he broke out from a mental institution or he was not in one. He was out there stabbing people. But the civilians came together and captured this guy, and they didn't have any guns. I think Australia are not allowed to have guns. So the only way you really can do something as to hurt somebody is really stab them, or or you obtain a gun illegally of some sorts. But that was wild. I seen everybody, they grouped up and gang tackle them. So what y'all think? Do y'all think we should have gun laws that are similar, or that should be on the same level as Australia or European gun laws, or would y'all like to keep the Second Amendment intact here? Or what kind of gun laws do y'all propose, or y'all think y'all should, or you think the government should propose on people? Because there are at least 100 million more guns than there are people in the United States. And again, I'm for my Second Amendment. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody taking mine. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody taking mine. So I'm not for it, but I am for some kind of control, that it should be some kind of measurements put in place. But what do y'all think? I really want to know what y'all think about that. Just enlighten me on y'all thoughts and y'all opinions on it. And again, I know I'm ignorant, so hey, you ain't gotta remind me. So if you coming in with the comments telling me I'm ignorant, I know that already. But it's okay, because you're going to be okay, and I'm going to be okay, and there will be a new day. And that's all I'm here for, is to learn and obtain knowledge. And I like to hear from different walks of people, because, you know what I'm saying, I know from my experiences and my opinions, but I want to know from your experience and your opinions what you would do on them subject matters, because, you know what I'm saying, times are changing, times ain't the same. People have families, people have loved ones. This thing is kind of getting out of control. You know what I'm saying? They already put limits on guns, but then they take it down, but they put it back up. Let me know what y'all think what y'all think it should be, and how the government should react. And again, stay with the politics, man. Just put an ear in there. Just, try to catch some of the meetings or whatever, or not some of the meetings. Like y'all really get into the Congress, because them boys be really chatting it up. Them guys and women's be chatting it up, from even if they from different parties, they still be having dinner at the same table, laughing and kiki kaka. So yeah, man, I already know they working something together. But again, man, just keep a focus out on that. Listen to what's really going on. Listen, state-wise, what's definitely going on, because that's really what affect the people mainly and immediately, is the state governing stuff. Not necessarily the federal. The federal implement not as fast as the state will implement laws and stuff first. So, just stay up on that, Hey. But again, we living in this time, man, where you just need to be aware. Most times, just treat people with respect. Say what's up to somebody, because you might never know. You might never know. I almost broken the song. But you never know how that day going. You might change the outcome of a certain day just by speaking to people. And granted, I get profiled, but again, I speak again. It depends on the level of profiling. Sometimes I be irritated. I try not to let that bother me, but I still speak and treat people with respect. You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting profiled, I'm not gonna speak until they speak first, but it is what it is. It's just how you move about the day, but I always treat people with respect. You might want to say hey to people sometimes. Just because you might change the outcome of the day, we are technically living in parallel universes, and there might be whatever they call multi-dimensions as well as that, because the decision you make from a yes or no or the decision you make, it branches off and becomes reality, while the other one branches off and become a secondary point in time that branches off to another whole timeline. You know, that if we could go back or reverse, and we can hit that like knock my mic over. But it's kind of like something we can trail. You know what I'm saying? We can trail and do, man. Don't laugh at my mic, man. My mic broke, so you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I got one coming soon, but this one I'ma ride with. I ain't gonna spend all that money on my stand just for my mic to break. I jerry rig it up, and so what? I can still pull it off and hit the notes though. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Nah. But yeah, man, I just want to thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all pulling up a seat. Again, if you think you can whoop me in that poker, tonk, speed, I declare war, you know what I'm saying, chess, checkers, any of that, man. Games, man, I got the GameCube, I got the PS4, whatever y'all want to get at. Cause I don't think y'all gonna beat me. Men, women, children, y'all all taking the L's. I'm just be wildin', man. Don't mind me, man. Don't mind me. But yes, check out, you already know, check out, if you watching this right now, I got the podcast. I'm gonna have some extra content going up there. So go check out the podcast for the extra content. If you listen to this, check out the YouTube video, man. Check out my channel. I'm gonna start trying to add a little bit more to my channel as far as me, you know, going up. The content for me putting up my games and other stuff, man, you know, I just be shooting the breeze when I get a little time. When I get a little extra time, I start, you know, recording my little gameplay. When I link up with my fam, I start doing that. Or when I play a little bit online, I'm gonna start uploading and recording there too, so y'all can check that out. So if you on my podcast, check out the channel, cause I'm gonna have some of that content going there. But if you checking out the channel, go to my podcast, cause I got other content on there, like my written word, my poems. I'm gonna drop a little freestyle coming up soon, so I want y'all to listen to that. You know, when you check out the podcast, you always gonna see the corner. You know how we do it, the curb to the corner. So I want y'all to support that as well. That's why I be throwing it out there. That's why I like having a little extra content, because I like y'all support. I love y'all support if y'all go support my podcast. I will get it up, get the other sites up, so I can have the URL for the iHearts, the other podcasting sites. But right now, definitely check out Libsyn. You can catch it at http://thecurb.libsyn.com. So if you want to check out my podcast, definitely hit that up. So that's the first one you need to go to, and then eventually, once I get a little bit of time, I can start putting up and making my URLs for the other sites. You know how we do it. You know, I thought that was provided already, but apparently it wasn't. So when I was telling y'all to hit me up on this, that, and the third, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. And yeah, man. But y'all know how I gotta leave y'all, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with this Sam Cool Book of Proverbs, you know what I'm saying? Coming in from number 1014. I wanna tell y'all, don't let the cover of a book fool you. We're all just the pages in between with different writings on them, telling them our journey to the end. Think about it. It's the curb. I never can get this thing off.